93 of FloWrestling Radio, live from Austin, Texas. They tried to conspire against us. Everything about this show was not supposed to happen, so we're going to go ahead and have to do the show even harder. I'm joined by the usual cast of characters. Quick intro around the horn to the right. Andrew Spencer Spay, hello.
Hello.
I didn't really hear you that well, but I guess you're coming through. Right there is JD Raider. JD, say hello.
Hello.
And to the left, America's side piece, Father John Kozak. What's up, Father?
Feeling good, ready to roll.
All right, let's do it. Amanda, I still have like the comms thing in my, I'm getting like an echoey thing if we can. Okay, we got a lot to do today. Yesterday we had, was it yesterday? No, a couple days ago.
Monday.
Arizona State versus Iowa State. We got to talk about the bump from Kaleb Larkin. You get word right before the dual meet starts, hey, he's going 57. And it's like, oh, okay, just, man, post-holidays, bloat maybe. Not the case. He's going up and staying up.
Also to ensure that we will never see Larkin versus Frost. Those brothers are destined to never wrestle.
They cannot wrestle one another. Yeah, crazy.
Do you think it's a good move? No, not for. Well, it's like, okay, 157's loaded.
It's the best weight, and now it's even more best. He was a potential, top 3 finalist at 49, in my opinion, and maybe that could be the case at 57. It's just, but the reality is, I say no, but actually, like, if he can't make it, then yes, of course.
Then you have to. You have no option.
But it's just, if I hadn't seen him make 149 for the first 2 months of the season, but things happen.
You don't get that 2-pound allowance in college. He was banking on that 2-pound allowance post-Christmas.
You also lose your RPI and your wins at 149 when you try to qualify at 157.
Man, I still have the echo in my ear, if you can help. I don't know if you can.
I would also potentially argue with you about 157 being the toughest weight class.
Well, argue till you're blue in the face.
Well, what if we get a Jax Forrest in the mix at 133?
Still not as deep, in my opinion.
And
as deep is different than best, most entertaining.
It's I would still argue it's the best weight. I think I feel like 133 at that point. It's like Bird, Blaze,
Davino, Crookham, Forrest,
Crookham. Okay,
Ayala,
Crookham. I mean, we'll see. Drake. I don't know.
You'll see him this weekend.
Well, allegedly. I was told I'd see him at NCAAs last year by this guy sitting to my left. So I'm going to believe it when I see it, guy. I hope we see it. I want to see it, but we have not seen it. So I'm just not ready to put Crookham automatically in that strata after being basically off the mat for almost 2 full seasons.
I'll put him in that strata.
Yeah, you're probably right. No, 33 is great. It's a great weight. It's funny because coming into the year, we're like 84, or 33. And then 57 just ended up being savage because Rabadou we did not know.
Right.
Yeah.
PJ Duke we knew was coming in, but we just knew Penn State was going to have a super, super good guy at that weight class. Has the returning champion, Antrell Taylor. Myers back. And also the emergence of Brandon Cannon. I'm back in 57. I will not be swayed, JD.
Give me 33. Like, if I get to watch one weight class at the NCAA tournament this year, it's 133.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm still taking 184. So nuts to both those weight classes.
All right. I ain't gonna fight you on that.
I have to do something and get this echo out of my ear. I'm going to go insane live on the show.
Okay.
We all have it in our ear. And you're the only one that's going insane.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
I don't like it. I don't like the echo. I'm getting up. I'm getting up, and I'm going to do something on my laptop. Y'all cover me.
Christian's just delaying because he knew we were going to do picks right away here for Cornell Lehigh. He's just pushing that back because he knows this is my time to catch up.
Well, and we kind of teased a little bit with Crookham, but that's going to be a duel live on Flow, Cornell versus Lehigh. And both teams have everybody available. Now, we can't guarantee that everybody takes the mat, but all the long-lost guys from Lehigh that we haven't seen this year, they're in. They're available. Everybody on the Cornell lineup that's been in and out over the course of the first semester, they're all available. They're all making the trip to Bethlehem. That's where it's going to be at Lehigh.
I think it was you two when I did the name an underappreciated rivalry in college wrestling a month or two ago?
Team Mountain Hawk.
Yeah.
It's
You
a
guys
great
both
duel.
said Lehigh versus Cornell.
I went 2 years ago, and it was at Lehigh. They were down. I think they had lost 5 of the first 6 matches, or they were down big. They needed to win the last 3 to win the duel, and they won it by 1 point, and it was like electric atmosphere.
In the snake pit.
Yeah, that environment it's so tight. It feels like, I don't know, it feels like there's more people there.
Yeah.
It's loud. It's really cool.
You know what's a fun fact about that arena? The snake pit is the nickname, and it's in Grace Hall, but they renovated it recently, and they called it Lehman Turner Arena. Now we all got the echo.
I tried to take the AirPod out, and it starts.
You got to keep that
This
pod in,
show
dude.
is so cursed.
But yeah, that has to
It's
be
not
drilled
me.
into your ear.
I think it's your curse.
Staple it to your ear.
I'm going crazy.
But Lehman Turner are both wrestling coaches.
Wait, I have
so
one
just
more
like Gallagher is a wrestling coach, Lehman Turner is one of the few arenas in college sports that are named after wrestling coaches.
There you go.
Fun fact.
Before we get into the picks for that, we should mention that we are going to be joined on this show by Anthony Knox and Ben Askren later. Anthony's obviously going to be talking about his decision to go to Rutgers next year. That was made public last night. And then Ben's going to be doing a little weekend preview, little RAF talk. So it'll be good. But they're joining here shortly in just 8 minutes. So let's get to these picks, Christian.
Yeah. Oh, 8 minutes. Rush. All right. Does Kozak even remember who goes first?
Yeah.
Keeper of the sheep.
Are you kidding? I'm the keeper of the sheep.
The keeper of the lies.
Are you kidding me? Listen, this is a beautiful spreadsheet that I have organized.
I'm winning.
Christian
JD
goes
acted
first.
like I was avoiding this.
Christian goes first.
Who avoids dubs? I
And
go
look at this.
first?
Look how organized I have this. I learned from Spay. You put the lineup over here, right next to the people making the picks.
Congratulations to Spay.
Look at that.
Yeah.
And their columns are all rightly sized. It's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
What a
Tyler
sheepkeeper.
could never.
All right, let's enough of you guys admiring
You
yourselves.
are the one who started this saying that I had a disorganized sheet.
Wow.
I am defending the honor.
What?
First
Slam.
pick, Nathan Taylor. I'll take it. Thank you.
Good pick. Good pick.
Big Nate.
1-0, me.
Second pick, Sheldon Seymour.
Okay.
Sheldino.
Dang.
Look, he's maybe not the biggest favorite, but he's been wrestling. I know he's going to be out there. Don't matter who Cornell's going to put out there. He's a huge favorite.
All right, this might be too easy. Jackson Joy.
Okay. Doesn't worry you. He didn't wrestle at Scuffle. And Cornell listed somebody else on their
They did?
probable lineups. Yes, they did. Fernandez.
I explained it all in
Hold
our
on.
little group.
Too late. You already said it. You're
No,
locking that in.
No, I didn't know that.
I said I got a list of people who are making the trip. Not quite probables, but it's as close as we got.
Well, first off, Scuffle is hardly who wrestled the starters for Scuffle? Like 2 guys?
Did a couple.
All right, I'm switching.
No. Nope. You locked it in. You had all the info.
Jackson, you know what to do. I don't care. Compromise your
probably
health
is.
for this pick'em contest.
I think he probably is wrestling.
I bet.
it's a great pick.
My guess is most people are going to go.
Yes.
It's a great pick.
Both teams want to win. Bad.
Like, if they make the trip, it's like, why are they going?
Yeah. All right, go ahead then.
It's go time. Ryan Crookham. Come on.
Wow. Dude,
He-
Tyler
he's
Ferreira
scrapping.
is tough. But yeah,
It's Crookham.
It's Crookham's music.
it's Crookham. Okay. I would like Meyer Shapiro. And yes,
Okay.
he also didn't wrestle at the I'm counting on this could be dumb.
I don't remember if Joy was, but Meyer was definitely entered.
He was definitely in
And
it.
then
And he was there.
pulled out.
He's wrestling.
He was walking around the gym
He's going to wrestle.
in the Noog.
Give me Brignola over Sergio.
Okay, that's not bad.
He's
Oh, this
majored
is-
him twice in his career.
This is another one. I'm just going all in on Cornell Health because give me Simon Ruiz for the next one. Massive favorite. If he wrestles, massive favorite.
Hasn't wrestled since National Duels.
Yeah. I was on the ground in Nashville. He was soaked in sweat after a workout with McFadden.
Yeah, after a workout, not a match.
They went live.
And I'm going all in on Lehigh Health. Give me Stanich, baby.
Look at this. You guys are almost.
That's a crazy one.
Except for Taylor. It's
Okay,
all
so
Cornell
what one's
versus Lehigh.
next? 97?
We have 97-84 left. And these are both toss-ups.
Dang it. Give me JT Davis.
Yeah.
That's the one I wanted.
I feel like
Yeah.
that's
the one I
the
wanted.
pick.
Yeah.
Did it again.
And I'll go Rylan Rogers, I guess.
I probably would have went Hansen, but actually Rylan's been wrestling well. I think that's probably the pick.
You guys went.
It's 50-50.
He gave Dean a great match.
Mm-hmm.
You guys went 7-3 Lehigh.
7-3.
I think this is Lehigh's probably.
It's theirs to lose.
Yeah.
With their guys in. Yeah.
And I also feel better about their health.
Dude, I'll tell you this. A first match back, Cornell.
I know.
That is tough.
Cornell looked tough at the scuffle.
Good. That's a really tough match.
I don't know if they could do that last. Probably not, but that would be the goal. Because that is definitely the best heads up.
Yeah, a lot of, obviously, both teams have studs, and then they have some drop-offs. Mm-hmm. Outside of 84-97, which are both toss-ups, their studs don't really match up quite in this duel.
Cornell's going to need bonus points. So the preview will be out soon. But they have the most mismatches. Like those three guys, if they're healthy, are going to be counted on for bonus.
Joy, Meyer, and Simon should be in the 4, 5, 6 range for sure.
Yeah.
Really 5, 6, I would say, for those two. So yeah, okay. It's gonna be a fun one.
I know.
All right, give the specifics if you didn't
1
already.
1 p.m. Eastern, live on Flow, Saturday.
Saturday.
Yes.
In the middle of Come and Take It duels.
In the middle of Come and Take It duels.
What the heck?
You got an event?
I'm calling Lehigh. Yeah, we've got do we have an event? It's the Come and Take It
live.
duels.
Is it? Which is also live on Flow?
It is.
Yes.
That's gonna really split viewership for.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. Tough one for the viewership's gonna. We're getting to back up the servers for the Come and Take It duels. No. Okay. Cool.
Hey, I know, JD, you usually like to go to some other stuff soon, but because we have 2 guests, should we get to our friends at Nike now?
Yes.
So
Yes.
we make sure we say that? Because I know there's a little bit of a tease out there. I don't know if people got it in their inbox or they see it on social media, but APS.
Kozak, can you pull this up for us?
He's already pulled.
If you go to athleteps.com or you go to all their social media channels, look at that. It's coming soon. The Freaks. Now, it's not spelled the way we all know freak is spelled, but that's because they're a little bit freaky. And they spell it FREEK. But new shoes are coming out, and we're gonna have that drop at some point live. Correct, JD? Didn't you get some details on it?
I think we might get to live unbox these.
Yeah.
At a date and time, TBD.
TBD. But that means not only can you get new Freaks soon, but right now you can get new Inflix 4. And the Inflix 3, they were the most popular shoe in all of college wrestling. Well, now they just got even better. Don't forget to pick up your Inflix 4. They're strewn about our set here. And then stay tuned for news about the new Freaks.
Look, the Freaks, they had some great colorways in the past, so I'm really excited to see what the people at Athlete PS cooked up this time.
Yeah, shout out to them. Appreciate their support of FloWrestling Radio Live. I want to hit some other while we wait for Anthony. Wow, did y'all see that?
Right on cue.
I literally said Anthony pop. He popped in. I don't know if he's ready. I got to check my computer, make sure I'm going to hear this guy. It's a crazy show. I don't know what's happening.
This is what happens when you move from a studio to a lobby.
From a lobby?
To a labu?
Until we're all waiting in labu.
There were some comments from like a YouTube chat were like, man, I really like the old studio better than this new one. And I was like, well, this is
not a studio.
Yeah.
This is where people wait to go to meetings.
It's I mean, considering the options, we're blessed. It's like, well, yeah, of course, this is not the final thing. This is just like an in between. We're wandering in the desert right now.
We're in purgatory.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what's worse, being in purgatory or wandering in the desert, but that's where we are. I will await Amanda's cue for when Anthony is ready. Look for a thumb or something. Right, got nothing right now. Okay, so we'll keep going. Do you want to talk about any of the other?
It's dual meet season, so we got
there's a bunch of duels. Big Ten duels starting this weekend. Wisconsin versus Iowa. Penn State versus Wisconsin. Can you believe Iowa Penn State is next week?
Really?
Yeah.
Already?
It is.
Allegedly.
It's earlier than usual.
I feel like it's something at the end of January.
I know.
I guess it is almost.
It's not on this
mid-January,
but it's not on this this week for whatever reason.
Well.
Yeah, like you said, Wisconsin, Iowa. That's going down Friday. Friday night. There's some good matchups in that one. You got Ayala Fugit, Keita Braxton Amos.
That's a big one. A lot of love for Braxton Amos. We get a lot of, I would even call it ribbing from the Amos crowd, of which we are members.
Amos Army, we founded it.
Braxton has an army. They're devoted, and this is one they should be fired up for. This is a big opportunity for him.
Well, this is like the test for Braxton, right? Like, he was right there with Younger. Lost.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, are you just going to be a guy that wrestles good guys close? Or are you going to be able to jump into that top tier by getting a win in that tier?
Yeah, absolutely.
If the real Amos fans and Amos appreciators know that if you really appreciated Amos, you would have gone to UFA Russia to watch him win a freestyle gold and a Greco-Roman bronze in 2021. If you didn't do that, then get off our back.
2 U20 world champs, right? Ben and
Yes.
Amos.
Oh.
And that one also has Rivera versus Dean Pete.
Did they? Am I tripping? Did they wrestle last year? They probably did. Who could remember?
Probably.
Gonna need a computer.
Nicolar was like he's a Space Mountain guy, but he had some big wins last year. I just can't recall against who.
They wrestled once, and Nicolas Rivera won 4-1. They were supposed to wrestle at Big Tens, but Dean Pete.
So Nicolar did beat him.
Yep.
Okay.
Dean Pete forfeited.
Wow, I remembered. Okay. So that's a opportunity for Dean to get that one back from last year. Because, you see the rankings, and you're like, all right, maybe not. But, no, that one's definitely in the balance. So, big one for Iowa. That's Friday?
That is Friday evening. Also Friday evening, Duam circling West Virginia, Arizona State.
157. I have it on good authority. Ty Waters is back, ready to rock and roll. That means we get Ty Waters versus Kaleb Larkin in the battle of super tall dudes.
Well, and this is what you were saying about Larkin going up to 157. I mean, immediately he's going to hit all these studs, and Arizona State's schedule does not hold back.
And he's in the Big 12, too. So it's like Waters is there, Robidoux there.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying, or brought up the fact
Zerben.
that he's got to get his RPI and everything back up at 157. He's only got dual meets to do it. He might be entering in some opens.
Well, we also didn't really talk about how he bumped up and then beat Vinny Zerben
Yeah,
in his first match. We just kind of mentioned that he bumped up.
Just glossed over. Went straight to the thing. Yeah.
All-American Vinny Zerben.
One takedown. He gives up his legs a lot. A lot. That's like my one, okay, that's a concern. Because he was able to scramble out of it. I mean, there were a few times I was like, oh, man, Zerben might get this one. Zerben almost had a slide-by takedown. He was it was that weird, we're good? All right, I'm going to stop the Zerben talk because we have our special guest. He's here, the man of the hour, Anthony Knox, calling in from New Jersey. What's up, stud? How you doing?
How we doing, guys? I'm doing good.
Oh, dang, I can't
Can't hear him.
Can't hear him, Amanda. I was afraid of this.
Uh-oh.
Hold on, buddy. We'll get you back. Possibly.
All right.
So back to Zerben talk.
Back to Zerben talk till we get him in here. Okay, but yeah, that was a nice win for Larkin. I thought he looked good, and but bigger tests to come. That was like a good first test, but Ty's a huge different.
That's not
style,
a
but
huge
kinda
jump
similar.
from Zerben.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe not.
I think they're same tier.
Really?
Really?
Ty Waters was ranked #1 in America.
Yeah, at 157. Zerben's what, 5?
Yeah.
And I'm not saying it's not a fraudulent one, but it's not a separation.
All right, we might.
I mean, he's ranked #1 with the win over Cardenas.
Chat said they could hear
They could hear Anthony
Knox. So
I'm telling you, this is cursed.
But-
The show, it's
we could.
that's how it goes. So
At
they
least John
heard him.
Sheet looked really good.
All right. Should we try again, Amanda? Okay, we're trying again. Anthony, hello.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh.
Baby.
We're
It's
so
a
back.
magical
There we
day
go.
here in Austin, Texas. All right, Anthony. First off, thank you so much
Yeah.
for joining the show. Just what has the last, I guess, 2 weeks or so been like for you, making the decision not going to go to Cornell, and as you've sorted through where you're going to ultimately wrestle at Rutgers?
So it was definitely a hectic time, obviously, right? It's hard. Like, I've been living there for, almost a year now, so it was a hard transition coming home after living on my own for so long, but it was a hectic couple of weeks, but I figured it out and I got through it because of my support system. It was nice living with my parents through that time, but I'm happy I'm on the other side of it now.
Awesome. And what was it about Rutgers that separated them and made it, hey, this is the place I want to be?
So obviously being really close to home was super cool. I'm a very family oriented guy, so being close to home is obviously a plus. As far as like the wrestling side of things, I don't lift. I do something called functional patterns. I'm sure you guys have seen Kyle Dake do it.
Hmm.
I got away from my practitioner at Cornell, and he's the only person that really knows my body super well, can get my body connecting. So having him close to Rutgers was really good, and obviously just their past. There's been four-time New Jersey state champs that wrestled there. Obviously, Suriano and Ashnault were able to accomplish winning a national title, so I figured the track record's pretty good. Why not?
Absolutely. Now, could you give us a sense of what your plans are from now till the start of next season? Freestyle? Are you planning to wrestle next year? Redshirt? Have you made any of those decisions?
So yeah, I'm competing a lot internationally these next upcoming months leading up to the US Open and the Junior World Team Trials again. Obviously the main goal is to go to Junior Worlds and get that gold medal this year. I came up short last year, so that's been a big goal of mine. Just preparing for that, competing internationally. And then as far as next year, redshirting or not, I mean, I don't know. I'm just taking it day by day. I personally would like to wrestle next year. I think I'm ready to go, but obviously I have to talk to the coaches and see what they think as well.
Yeah, and for your experience last year at U20 World Championships, what did you learn? What did you take away from that experience?
It's really hard. It's weird, right? So I feel like one of my advantages, like through high school and through all my competitions, was that I always felt great. I had a great support system around me as far as like working out the day before, the right sleep, eating the right things, hydrating the right way. And when you go to a different country, you kind of take that all away, right? So, the sleep schedule was hard, scheduling my sleep, stuff like that. And then wrestling international guys, it's a different feel. It's a completely different game. So that's why I'm going to compete internationally these next few months to get a feel for that. And then obviously just needed to get better at wrestling. Atainov was a good guy. I lost to the guy from Kazakhstan who ended up taking bronze, but I feel I'm a better wrestler than him. So I just got to figure out what I could do better on the international stage.
Weight-wise, do you see yourself collegiately as a 25-pounder for the foreseeable future or 33?
I definitely think I'm a 25. If they wanted me to go 33, I could get up there for sure, but I think 25 is a good career weight for me. I walk around probably like 34, 33, so I'm not a big 25, but I think career 25 is probably the path.
Yeah. Share what you want, but what was the experience at Cornell like? Obviously, you were excited to go there. They have a great track record of success. As you look back on that time, what are your memories there, and what were your thoughts on that experience?
Obviously, it was super beneficial. I mean, Cornell's a great wrestling program. The guys around there, I still talk to them. I still like them a lot. I think the coaches are great. It's just, it didn't work out the way that we thought it would, and that's okay. They're still a great program. They're going to be a great program. My class is really, really good, so I wish them nothing but the best. And I would say it was fully beneficial. I definitely got better at wrestling. Obviously, wrestling with Vito a ton and wrestling with the guys in there, they have a super stacked room. So I definitely think it was super beneficial, and I try to look back at really only the positives of it.
Rutgers is in the Big Ten. You were going to be in the Ivy Leagues. Thoughts on stepping into the nation's premier wrestling conference?
I love it. I love it. I'm super excited. You get to compete against the best guys in the country weekly, even daily. So, that's what we train for as wrestlers, right? It's just going to help, I guess, know where I'm at throughout the season, know how I'm competing better. It's going to give me better data. And, obviously it's super exciting wrestling at the RAC, wrestling teams like Penn State, Iowa, Ohio State. It's going to be super fun, and I'm super excited that I'm going to be able to compete against these really good guys on a weekly basis.
You mentioned the jersey tie. What do you expect your ovation to be the first time you make the walk out at Jersey Mike's Arena?
I think it's going to be electric. Those fans in there, they love high school wrestling, and they love New Jersey high school wrestling even more. You get numbers of texts from parents of kids I've done privates with, parents of kids I've coached, and they're like, we're coming to your first match. So it's going to be really exciting. I think it's going to be electric, and I think I'm the type of guy who kind of feeds off that environment, so I think it's going to help me a lot, wrestling in the rack, wrestling in that crazy environment, and I'm going to love every second of it.
Yeah, we're definitely looking forward to watching you. Anthony, appreciate you coming on. This has been great. We're rooting for you. Always love watching. You got anything else before we let you go?
That's it. Just tune into Rutgers, and we're going to take over soon.
Let's go. Thanks for the time, Anthony.
All right, guys. Have a good one.
You too. Thank you. Anthony Knox. Ooh, man, excited to watch him.
Yeah, in the rack, getting the Jersey fans going.
He's right. He is going to, like, feed off that. I have to cut off my...
I love when a kid stays home, too.
It is kind of cool.
Puts on for their state. And Rutgers kind of needs that right now. I feel like, they're kind of in a little bit of a dip right now. Shaver's having a tough year. Like, if they can get Anthony Knox to produce at the level like we think he's going to, like, that's huge for their program.
Well, it's like he's a that kind of a galvanizing force. Like, people will, like, it's not just anecdotal. People will show up to see, like, one of the greatest in New Jersey history to watch him wrestle for, like, the flagship program of the state. Like, they will show up for that. Like, that is a reason.
It's going to have that Soriano, that Ashnault pull.
Absolutely. And it is just different. There's something different about New Jersey, too.
Yeah. Better.
Oh, yeah. I wasn't trying to tee you up that well, Spay.
It's funny, too, because it was just last week we had a question about, or was it last week or 2 weeks ago, it was about Rutgers and like, oh, man, what's going on there? Do they need a change, or why aren't they whatever they need to be? And so
just when I think I'm out, they pull me back in.
For Knox, the opportunity to, he is a Jersey guy, but also to be the guy that's like, puts him back into like the top 10 conversation where all those Jersey fans think Rutgers should be. Like, that's a unique opportunity for someone where it's like you're staying home and you're building something at home. So it could be really cool, but also a lot of pressure that comes with that. Yeah, for sure. A lot of pressure. But he's dealt with that. This is a guy that's been wrestling with pressure. He's a guy who cut down to, it sounds, whatever, but cut down to wrestle Bo Bassett when he was a freshman. And then, he sought out those challenges. He was facing a lot of pressure, last year around this state championship season with the legal issue, and he's out and he's in, he's out and he's in, and he remained poised through that. So he's dealt with that, but it is on a different scale. That's true. What I think it does for a program like Rutgers is, if you have a guy that's like a high placer, wrestling Saturday, that immediately takes the team from in the 20s, a good dual meet team, to they can challenge for a top 10 trophy depending on how things go. Not yet, not next year, but that's something that can happen, because also the other big effect is the Pied Piper effect in recruiting. And you go, hey, we got Anthony Knox here. They're probably going to also, they have an RTC. They have the ability to go out, raise funds that, energize the fan base and get some more partners in there. And that could just, that's a program builder type of guy, Anthony Knox. And you could see some big changes for the Scarlet Knights in the future. It was good to hear. No bad blood there. I had got similar sentiment from the Cornell side, so just didn't work out. But, you never like things to end ugly, and it seems like it definitely didn't there. So that's a good thing. Everybody stayed on the level there. I was hoping that we would get the names of the tournaments that Anthony would be at, but I'm sure we'll learn. I think he's doing ranking series tournaments. Zagreb, and then, what is it, Mongolia is the... I wonder if he's going to Mongolia. Because there's some other ones. There's a Deglain, there's the Koloff in Bulgaria, Deglain's in France. But we'll definitely get that info. It's interesting because he, when I had spoken, it sounded like he wanted to do ranking series events, but no senior level aspirations for this year. He's like tunnel vision U20 Worlds. Yeah, that's what happens. You don't reach your goals last time out there. It really motivates you to go out there and get it in again. I'm just excited that he has, fervor, energy around freestyle, because I kind of wondered, like, is he a guy that's going to, like, have those aspirations or not? So it's good that he has those. Absolutely. Right. I hope he wrestles next year. I don't want him in the red shirt. You got to wrestle him. Come on. I think he was saying the right things. He's ready. Like, the coaches are the ones that decide. Yeah. I got to talk to them. But he had his gray shirt year or whatever, this deferred eligibility year. Get him out there. Yeah.
All right, back to kind of our preview of the weekend. Still on Friday, Purdue versus Nebraska going down. That one will have Blaze versus Araujo. It's an interesting matchup.
That is interesting.
165. Maryland versus Northwestern. Carter Young Bowl.
The Carter Young Bowl. They should have set up a try with Oklahoma State. Yeah, I mean, Carter Young, I don't know if we talked about him, but he had a nice showing at the Scuffle. I mean, I guess we've always kind of known he's good, right? But, good pickup for Maryland. Curious to see how he does for the Terps.
Michigan State versus Michigan for the battle of in-state supremacy. And who knows who's going to win that one?
Who's going to get the mitten?
Out in the ACC land, Tech versus Pitt Friday night. Stout Sasso, Mullen Pitzer, some fun ones in that one.
Yeah, those are good ones.
And then Virginia versus NC State. Saturday.
Little couple nuggets. Sometimes I don't know if this was a conversation or I said it on the show, but Arrington is officially out for the year.
Okay.
I think I said that maybe on the show, and then I second-guessed myself. But he is out for the year. So they've got decisions to make in Raleigh with what they do with 157. We just saw Daniel Cepeda wrestle at the Southern Scuffle. He made the finals. He's likely their best option, but do they end up going with him? He also got hurt in the final. How healthy is he?
Yeah, that's a big thing for Cepeda. That knee got real twisted up at the end.
Yeah, so we don't know the status of his health or if they're going to use him. Feels like to me don't. Like long-term, don't. I think he's ready.
He also seems like a guy who's not quite ready for 157. IMO. That's a killer weight class. He's not ready to be in that top tier yet. It's probably not even the right weight class. Probably a 49 this year. So this is – normally I'm a put him out there type guy. This doesn't seem like the right scenario.
I agree with that. And, let's say he was a little small for 49, but you just know he's a monster. It's like, okay, well, 49 is just a completely different scenario than 157.
Yeah, it's a cliche, but it's the thrown to the wolves type of thing that you start thinking of right now. There's no hiding at 157.
No, none whatsoever.
It's no 33, but good weight class.
Give me a break.
Saturday, Penn State versus Rutgers.
When you see those quarter matchups, when they're set on Thursday night or whatever, you're going to be like, okay, this is...
I don't know, because those 33 quarters are going to be awesome too.
No, that'll be a fun comparison is check out the quarters. Those 8...
And why I like it, too, is because of the variety of conferences at 133 is going to lead us to questions come those quarters, whereas 57 is a lot of Big Ten guys.
I wouldn't say that.
Because I guess Meyer.
Robidoux, Waters, and Larkin now, Zurban are all Big 12. You got Meyer is...
So they're all going to wrestle each other at conference.
JD's point is 133 is spread across the conferences.
What conference...
And
33 have a guy that doesn't.
I also put in the caveat of Jax only coming in late, so we don't see him against maybe Frost until Big 12.
Yeah, because Bird, Davino, and Blaze and Drake are definitely not in the same conference.
You want a variety of conferences, just like when you have a potato skins bar, you want a variety of fixins.
Oh. Fixins. You got to say right, the fixins. Also, did you call it a potato skins bar?
Yeah, what was it?
I don't know, like a salad bar?
A potato skins bar?
I've never heard of a potato skins bar.
I'm thinking of delocated, not eastbound and down.
I don't even know what happened.
I don't know what happened. No.
Just a little eastbound and down talk. I do got the Shabooms shirt on today. Let's get back to Penn State Rutgers. That's going down.
Let's get back to that for the first time today.
Saturday. The one I think the way everyone is circling there is 141. Is Penn State going to toss out Braden Davis? Are they pulling the shirt now against Rutgers?
So Kale talked with the media Wednesday, I think, very recently, and he was asked about Aaron. It sounds like, it was kind of what we thought. A pretty serious setback. Doesn't look great for Aaron. He wanted to see how he was. He wanted to give it a shot, and it just doesn't seem like it's going to work out. And Kale talked through options. He was asked about Davis. He's like, yeah, it's an option to use him. He said they also have Nate Desmond. So two really good options. It feels like Braden makes too much sense. Right? Because what's he doing next year? He's going to be in the same scenario. Blaze may go up. Or Ono's wrestling next year. I know he said 25 through 57, but it feels like 33 or 41 is where Ono is going to settle.
He said 57?
Yeah.
All right, well, let's add it to the greatest weight class in
see?
NCAA.
What do you think about that? Senior world champion.
If Ono enters 157,
It takes it over the
then it becomes the
top.
best.
Then it does it? No. I think he's 33 or 41. And, given that, use Davis for sure.
Well, if you're a Penn State guy, get that red shirt off as fast as possible. Get in that lineup any chance you get.
That's true, too. Like, if you, for yourself, not preservation, whatever it is, interests.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm Braden, I'm like, hey, let's rip this off. I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
Like, I would be making the coach tell me I have to stay in red shirt or whatever.
Right. Yeah, so Desmond, but for Desmond, he's in a similar situation. Like, what happens with him next year?
Yeah.
25, 33, 41. Does he beat Luke, Blaze, or Ono?
Probably not.
Well, he beat Luke, but
I feel like we might.
Yeah, actually, good point.
Desmond still has a couple dates to use before they.
they don't have to make that decision.
So I'm thinking that means we'll probably see Nate rather than Braden, because once Braden wrestles once, that's it. He doesn't get
unless. So I agree with that, but Braden has not been hitting the opens other than the Edinburgh last week. So we're kind of entering that period of time where you want to get that match count up, if possible. Oliveri is tough for
He's
Rutgers.
having a good year too.
Yeah.
Now he entered the top like 12, 15, something
Yeah.
like that. 10 maybe.
That's
even maybe.
but I mean, Braden's been. I mean, he won Big Tens. He was an All-American last year. Like, he should be able. He wrestles at Penn State. He should be able to step in and not be overwhelmed by wrestling Joey Oliveri. Not that he's a guaranteed win there.
Probably outside of 141, the only toss-up or kind of interesting competitive match in that duel is Mirasola versus Kaka.
Yeah.
At heavyweight, another opportunity for Mirasola to get a good win. Tough
Cool.
win.
Yeah, and it looked like Lucas Cochran, he tweaked something in the quarterfinals of the Southern Scuffle and pulled out. So hopefully he can, I don't know, get back. But that's he's in his last year of eligibility.
Okay.
So I don't know, that could be an option for heavyweight, but
No. Yeah, it's an interesting matchup. Kaka is, like most heavyweights, a lot bigger than Cole. Good athlete, but this is a good opportunity for Cole to get back on the winning track.
Elsewhere, Saturday, Minnesota versus Illinois. That one will have another good heavyweight matchup in Luffman versus Hopke or Tabor. But
Yeah.
Hopke kind of
who
on
knows
fire
what they're going
right
to do?
now.
Yeah. And then live on Flow will be national duels all day Saturday, NWCA national duels, and Wyoming versus Utah Valley.
Yeah, so a bunch of big matches that day.
For the Rutgers Penn State duel, we had Malcolm in the chat said that Oliveri not wrestling.
Not wrestling.
And then I confirmed it by the lineup that Rutgers put out. So at 41, they got Tahir Parkins or Mason Gibson.
Okay.
Ooh, Mason Gibson. Haven't seen him in a minute.
Yeah. Wonder what his plan is. Is he a true freshman? Redshirt freshman?
Right, sure.
This
Yeah,
is
this is his second year.
okay. Okay.
Looking ahead to Sunday, Indiana versus Ohio State.
The what?
Sunday?
Oh, Sunday.
I heard Cindy.
Cindy.
Yeah. I'm like,
Sunday?
who is Cindy?
Doing my best dresser.
Yeah.
I don't quite have it down yet. I can do it my Tuesday, my Wednesday.
There's some other. That's not good.
Your Phoenixins.
But we have Indiana versus Ohio State, Maryland versus Wisconsin, Iowa State versus North Dakota State, and Bedlam.
Let's talk about that. I think Jax is going against Bedlam, against Oklahoma. I think that's what we'll see. Coach Taylor I guess we haven't talked since Coach Taylor spoke to the media about it, but now that he's there, he's enrolled, he's on the team, he's officially the gray shirts. That's not happening. That was one of the couple options. He's enrolled. He's in red shirt right now. He's got 5 dates. They want to use the 5 dates. And when he was asked about one of the media guys asked, like, you're not going to use them this year, are you? And obviously not knowing that is very much on the table.
Possibility.
David was obviously non-committal there, as you wouldn't want to be, but also didn't shut the door and say, yeah, he's definitely redshirting. So it's a possibility that Jax Forrest wrestles this year, as we've been discussing. That's on the table.
It's either redshirt or true freshman starting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you're out here tweeting Funky Town lyrics.
I know.
Getting the people riled up.
Yeah, people are like suggesting like places for me to move because the lyrics are like, gotta make a move to a town that's right for me. That's like the first words. People are like, Middle Tennessee's nice. I was like, yeah, I agree. That
just in Nashville.
That's a fair option. Yeah, not bad.
Some people sniffed it out though, that it was the Jax Forrest walkout.
I wasn't trying to be like, oh.
You were trying to be a little
Cryptic.
like that, a little ooh.
Everyone knows. It's not like it's like, the first time I sort of teased it, I was like, no one's even going to know. But I just wanted to kind of say it. But then everyone picked up. I was like, holy cow. Everyone's like figured it out.
People are attuned to Jax Forrest news.
Yeah. He needs this Funky Town. That song has moved up. I didn't like that song. But then when I heard it for his walkout, I was like, this song's actually heat. So I think he needs to stick with it. I don't know if he will.
Would you use Jax Forrest here if you're David Taylor? Tell David Taylor how to do his job. Please.
Yeah, I've been counseling him extensively.
At least someone is.
Someone's helping this guy out. No. I mean, I don't know. So if I had to think about the 5 dates, I'd want to use Jax to help me win matches. And
will you pull up Oklahoma State's schedule for
that
us,
up there, John?
Kozak, just so I can see?
That's a big negative.
Will they
from John.
duel? Because obviously Iowa's still on there, and they'll have some Big 12 opponents. I don't know all their Big 12 opponents.
Virginia Tech.
Mizzou.
Oklahoma this Sunday. And then Friday, January 23rd, Missouri.
Mm-hmm.
That Sunday, Utah Valley. The next week, Northern Iowa. That's Jan 30th. Iowa State, February 1st. Little Rock, February 6th. Virginia Tech, Feb 15. And Iowa, Feb 22.
Before we get into this, who's his Virginia Tech opponent going to be? What are they?
I know.
Oh, Seidel.
Are they going to let Seidel go in
Do a PIAA finals rematch?
If Seidel and Jax get in, you can't deny 133.
I'm going to have the
can deny
FNM
it.
Open pre-seeds up soon. Seidel,
the layman.
wrestling 133 at the FNM Open
Which means he's not wrestling in the duel, probably.
this week.
Right.
Yeah, this
So,
week.
but it's a pretty fun little field. Seidel, Ethan Bergen, Matty Lopes, Max Leet.
Oh, okay.
Max
It's a
Lead.
good top 4.
That is a good
Max
top
Lead
four.
had a nice Southern scuffle, and Dylan Campbell unfortunately lost a match. I forget exactly where, but it looked like that loss kind of opened the door even more to Seidel, I think.
Yeah. So I think for one thing to remember with these true freshmen that shirt hasn't been pulled, as far as date usage, they can go to these opens unattached, and they don't count now in second semester. So it's a little technical thing, but I would look for Jax to hit some opens, right? Get match count up in case they do want to use him, and probably similar thing for Seidel. So the layman shouldn't count for Seidel, presuming he goes unattached. Then so for Jax, it's like Iowa, you want to see him for sure. Virginia Tech for sure. Iowa State, Missouri, UNI would probably be the 5 dates I would, those are the ones. If you're only going to use him as a red shirt and just using them in dual meets, I'd use those.
Do we know how hurt Frost is?
No.
I'm hoping it's not too serious.
When's the last time he wrestled? Vegas?
No, he wrestled Divino.
Oh, yeah.
So 3 weeks.
He's probably all right.
He hasn't wrestled. He didn't wrestle in their.
The Arizona State Iowa State duel was fun. There were some really good.
And he didn't make
matches in
the
that.
Stanford. He didn't do the Stanford.
Anthony
duel either.
Etchemandia. Whoa, he's super good.
But he's good.
Yeah,
Okay.
Back healthy and at 141. Dangerous guy.
So you would or wouldn't use Jax this weekend at Bedlam?
Hold on, Ben's texting me now. I mean, I want to see it, but I don't know if they're going to use him, just use him. Wrestle him now. You let him wrestle every match.
Well, also, I don't know if David's thinking about this at all. I'm looking at their home slate. Like, what's their next home duel? Like, if it's
Missouri's on the road, Virginia Tech's on the road. I think UNI comes, Iowa State comes.
So Missouri's on the road. It's kind of like, do you want him to get that moment where he gets to bust out in Gallagher Iba for his first match? Like,
Yeah.
Why not use it?
I'm going to cut my volume on because I see the funky one.
Oh,
He's called in.
there's
we got the
Benjamino.
funky
See that
one.
guy?
He's got the old
The old school.
Oh, my
old
gosh.
background.
What a troll.
Yeah, it's great.
Can we hear him yet,
no,
Amanda?
this is perfect. Ben needs to humble Christian a little bit because he's riding high off of his picks. and he needs to remember who the champ is.
We can't remember. We can't hear him yet, so we'll wait. We'll let him talk. Not yet, buddy. Maybe the listeners online. When Anthony Knox came on, everyone heard him, but we can't hear you yet. Hey!
Hey-o.
We're being joined by Ben Askren. I hear him in my ear. I hope you can as well. Oh, wait, we're still doing the check. He can't hear us. Dang it. I could hear him. Could you hear me, Ben? He cannot. Dang it.
We're figuring this out. What time is Bedlam Sunday, Kozak?
Let's see. It is 5 p.m. I think that's Central Time.
Yeah. Nice. Not a bad slate this weekend.
No, it's solid for sure.
No Primo duel, but I feel like it's very rare you get a Friday, Saturday, Sunday where you're like, I'm locked in.
No, for sure. Normally it's like Friday, Sunday are like the big ones. Sorry, we got a lot of comms going on in our ear.
Yeah, definitely though. Saturday that added some extra spice with the Lehigh versus Cornell.
Plus we got RAF.
RAF, that's Saturday night too.
Saturday
right?
night.
Ben's gonna be talking some RAF. So that'll be fun. Crazy card. We were looking at it this morning. Caleb was looking at it. He's a big RAF fan. And he goes, "This card is nuts."
It is pretty stacked, top to bottom.
Yeah.
It's good because, the college football playoff Thursday, Friday.
Is it really?
Yeah, so you get all
Today?
day. Yes.
Who plays?
I think it's – I don't remember which game is tonight.
Miami, I think.
I don't remember which game is tonight, which game is tomorrow.
Oh, they're trying to avoid scheduling with the NFL because the NFL is Saturday, Sunday now with the playoffs.
Miami, Ole Miss tonight. Oregon, Indiana tomorrow.
Those
All
are
right.
Semis?
Semis.
College football playoff.
Yep.
Low college. Get your sub.
It's not live on Flow. Please don't sue us. Okay.
It'll be live on one of these TVs in here somewhere.
Yeah, it'll be
probably.
live. We could put it on,
We can hear Ben.
but Ben can't hear us.
We can also hear. Oh,
We're
you hear
in.
us? You hear us?
I can hear you,
Yeah.
buddy.
Yes.
I guess he can't hear me. I know. They're working on it, buddy. Ben hadn't been on the show. It's the first time on.
In our Labo,
First time in a
Labo
long time.
studio.
First time in a long time.
Welcome to the Labo.
Okay. I hear you. Do you hear me?
I'm live.
Do you hear me, Ben?
Yes, Christian.
Let's go.
I'm actually really, you guys are messing me up because I got to go somewhere. I literally just came on to tell you guys I'm still the champ, Christian. Don't forget about it. That's all I came on to do.
Well, you know what, Ben? Not much has changed. You're above me, but guess what? I'm still second on that podium ahead of this guy.
Oh,
And that's what's
that's
happening
still
this year.
happening?
Yeah, it's bad. We have a new way of doing it. We don't do lines anymore. We gave up our
What do you guys
gambling
do?
ways. We take a duel, and then we just
Okay.
alternate picks back and forth, confidence picks. It's kind of more fun. And then you're not
Oh, so
yelling
you
at
can
someone
pick
for
any
winning by
match
3.5.
in the duel. You can pick any match in the duel that you want.
Exactly. You're
And
just
then it's
picking the
gone.
winner.
Ooh,
So we each pick 5.
that's
Yeah.
interesting. Okay, I like it.
All right, well, Ben, we're thrilled to have you on. Thanks for coming on. Quick update. How you doing?
I'm doing a lot better, as you can see, as I cough. No, everything seems to be getting a lot better. I, feel like I'm quite a ways still from normal, but I'm getting to what like people would consider like I'm like okay to function in society every day and get up and do my business and whatnot.
That's awesome.
So yeah, good.
Where are you tipping the scale at? You're looking bigger.
Yeah, I'm like 180-ish right now, which is kind of quite a bit smaller still, but I can't lift anything heavy really. So I'm gonna actually try to. I cut out dessert again like 4 days ago. I said I'm done again with dessert. This prednisone medicine I'm on that makes you fat, so I'm gonna I gotta fight hard because I got natural fat genes. Now I got prednisone trying to make me fat. and I can't lift anything heavy yet. So, you know, I'm gonna try to stay a little smaller until I can lift something heavy.
Nice. That sounds
That's
smart.
my plan.
Okay, Ben. RAF is going down this weekend. I know.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've been on the show for the last couple RAFs, but just your thoughts on the show. You got to go see them in person, which that had to be such a thrill. Just give us your thoughts on what's going on with Real American Freestyle.
Yeah. No, it's so much fun. Yeah, when I went to show number 3 in Chicago, honestly, I didn't know what to expect that day because I don't know if you guys remember it was when we had that big ass blizzard in the Midwest up here, and people still showed up, and it was a freaking amazing show, and there was so much energy in the crowd, and then it was totally replicated in Indiana, and there's something I can't put my finger on, and you guys are welcome to guess, but like these matches are fire. I know it's like it seems like it's something like a U.S. Open. Sometimes you see a lot of close matches, but even in the matches where maybe there's not a slight mismatch, you know, like Parker Kekaz and Zahid was freaking amazing. Yoel Romero versus Pat Downey was freaking amazing. You're having these matches that are just kind of wild, and I don't know exactly why these guys are performing a little bit differently, but it's making for some really, really, really amazing and great matchups.
Yeah. I have to ask this question. I'm sorry to go off of RAF for one moment. We'll get back to it.
Wherever you want.
This Jax Forrest thing. What do you think about him potentially wrestling this year for Oklahoma State? Like
I called that one for a while. Yeah. Well, because David Taylor still wants to win real bad, right? So it was obviously something that was in the balance. If Richie Figueroa comes in and kills it, they don't need Jax, right? Richie Figueroa. I don't know. Listen, I don't know him, so I probably shouldn't say anything. But, you know, I just can't help myself. So it does appear. I just get myself in trouble. I was on Daniel's show on Monday, and I just get myself in trouble by just going off on what I think. Most people cage what they think in their brain, and I'm just going to say it. It appears as though some of these athletes who are getting NIL, and this year Bailey would be another one, they're performing significantly worse than they've ever performed in their whole lives. So to me, it says they're like, I got paid. I'm good. I'm just going to do what I want. Now, I don't know that to be the truth or not. That's how it appears to me and probably a lot of other people because they are having way worse performances. So Oklahoma State doesn't really have a viable high point scorer at 133, and they need one if they want to compete. So I don't think anyone's going to argue that Jax can't go score a whole bunch of points.
You think it's the right decision?
Yeah. I mean, Jax has the same birth year as Aiden Sinclair, who's been in college for 2 years. Like, yeah, why not?
There we go.
And he, he's beaten Marcus Blaze. Marcus Blaze is undefeated. I want to say he's beaten Ben DeVino too, who's been killing it. I mean, honestly, 133 didn't look that great, and now it's becoming, between all the freshmen, one of the better and more fun weight classes.
One of, certainly. 157, I would still put a tier above. I'd be curious for your thoughts, especially with Kaleb Larkin up there now.
Yeah, I mean, 157, that was another one that didn't look all that great going into the year, and now, you know, PJ Duke has made an emergency, even though Flo wouldn't rank him high. I can't believe you guys.
He's third.
Well, he wasn't. He was like 27th. Like, are you guys on drugs or something? Like 27th. LOL.
All I gotta say is Miles Amin, Alex Derringer.
Oh,
listen, you guys, listen. I keep telling the RAF people, I don't give a damn, guys. Overpay. You put him out there so I can rub it in Kozak's face, and they won't put him out there. I'm really, really upset about it.
Yeah, he thought we were on drugs because we had Miles ranked ahead of Alex.
Yeah,
No,
you were.
He fired Kozak.
Come on. You cost Kozak his job.
I know.
Yeah, Miles and Alex, we actually have asked both of them to wrestle, and they do not want to wrestle for whatever reason. Maybe at some point in the future. Never know.
Miles is coaching at the Nolf Pack.
Yeah, good. Get him and Nolf out there. Brandon Cannon, I did not see that one coming at all. You know, he was honestly kind of all of Ohio State. You know, there was that one famous tweet that said, "What's going on in Columbus?" Well, I'm going to go, "What's going on in Columbus?" the opposite direction, because Tom Ryan got his troops ready to wrestle. I mean, Bouzakis is significantly different than he's ever been. Mm-hmm. I know it's wild, right? Brandon Cannon is way better than he's ever been. And just like almost the entire Ohio State team is, you know, Mendez is obviously an all-star, but the majority of them are wrestling way better than they ever have. So, you know, I didn't see his ascendance. BJ Duke, obviously freshman. Landon Rabadou. I knew he was going to be good. I didn't know he was going to be this good, this fast. You got Larkin in there now. This is a really fun and deep weight class.
Ben, take your affiliations out of it. So don't include Sinclair. But you only get to watch one weight class at NCAAs. What weight class are you picking?
Oh, man. What weight class am I picking? Ooh, that's a good one. Not heavyweight, not 97. 84 is fun with or without Sinclair. 74, man. 65. Next topic. 57 would be a fun one. Honestly, with Larkin moving up, 149 is pretty wimpy. Not a great weight class, so definitely not that one. 41, I kind of feel similarly about. There's a few good ones at the top. Sergio Vega is a lot of fun. Probably 33 or 57, which are the ones we just talked about.
Love
Christian
that
and I went
answer.
back and forth. I said 30. I said 33. Christian said 57.
Boom, we're right on the target.
We are lined up. Okay, back to Raf. Thoughts on this card? Which matches have you the most excited?
Oh, to me, this one's really easy. Yoel Romero and Bo Nickel, and I'm curious to see what you guys think too. So initially, we had Yoel Romero and Bo Nickel matched up for the last card. Bo had a small injury of some sort, had to pull out. So we said, Pat Downey. I was never a huge fan of Pat Downey, but as a wrestling card promoter, this dude just says yes. We say, you want to wrestle Varner at heavyweight? Yes. You want to wrestle Yoel on 7 days' notice? Yes. Like it's freaking outstanding. He's a real wrestler who wants to get out there and wrestle people, which is great. But I was nervous Pat was going to beat him. I mean, Yoel is 40. I think he's 47 years old. Hasn't wrestled competitively since 2006. Pat was on the world team not all that long ago. I thought Pat may ruin our Bo versus Yoel matchup. Right?
Yeah.
He might beat him because whoever wins that one's going to wrestle for Bo for the title. And Yoel went out there and whooped his ass. It was so freaking impressive. And so now I'm thinking, well, if he's that much better than Pat, can he go beat Bo also? And I kind of think it's a coin flip. What do you guys think about it?
Absolutely. I think it's a very competitive match. Bo's going to struggle scoring points on him, I think.
Yes.
Right? Now,
Big time. Yeah.
Just getting to legs and finishing on someone like Yoel Romero is going to be really hard. Upper body, which is an area of strength for Bo Nickel. I mean, Yoel is really good there.
That's where he excels also.
And I would have said, Ben, like coming into this, everything you did, I was like, I think Pat probably beats Yoel Romero. I don't care how great you were. 48's 48. And
yeah. That's yes.
It didn't matter
Next thing
then.
I was
And
thinking.
so now I'm like, okay, I'm with you. I think it's 50-50. I absolutely think this match is in the balance, which there's no scenario I would have said that a month ago.
That is disrespectful to Bo to call this 50-50.
Well,
you think
hey,
so?
but Bo had a very close match with Cardenas. I remember Raf won. Cardenas was in on the winning gut wrench and got stepped over. Lose the match. I think that's one where I had Bo as a big favorite. And
What would Bo do to Downey?
or is it Cardenas versus Downey? That'd be fun.
No, I'm saying what would Bo do to Pat Downey? Like, it would probably be a tech, right?
It has been in the past, but not. I mean,
Yeah.
Bo's not been
recently.
wrestling.
He wrestles,
Neither is Downey, though.
3 times a week in the Penn State room?
Okay.
Downey also
He's down in the room
transitioned to
wrestling
MMA.
right now.
You know that Downey's just straight up more dedicated.
I mean, Downey's the most. He's going to be, as of RAF 6, he'll be the athlete who has competed the most in RAF because, like I said, he just says yes. When we said, do you want to wrestle Varner at heavyweight? He's like, yeah, no problem. Do you want to wrestle on 6 days' notice? Sure, no problem. Like, he's actually wrestling Stephen Buchanan, which, who do you guys think is the favorite in that one? I don't think we've seen Buchanan in freestyle unless I'm misremembering. Buchanan's great on his feet, big and strong. He could be a really good 202 because 202, which is 92 kilograms in America, is a little bit thin. So I think he's an interesting person in that mix.
Yeah, I would favor Buchanan, but you're right for all the reasons. Downey's dangerous counter scrambler, not scrambler, but exposure guy. He's very good at freestyle.
I'm glad for Downey that he's out there being consistent and taking these matches, and it's good for Ref and it's good for Pat. I just the fact that Pat did step away from wrestling and went MMA, and then we haven't really seen him do anything otherwise. have a ton of confidence versus a guy like Buchanan, who, if he's in a good training situation, I feel like that's a Buchanan win, just like it'd be a bow smash.
Ben, you've often lamented the difficulty of putting matches together and the wrestler's reluctance to wrestle, essentially.
Yeah.
Are you seeing a trend or a change there?
Well, I identified that as one of the main problems, and it has been. But the great thing, we have so much momentum. There's so many people who want. It is wild how many wrestlers hit us up every week about. And this is certain guys who are already under contract. Hey, when am I getting my next match? And a bunch of guys who are not under contract saying, "Hey, I want in." And we only have, approximately, we have 12 matches on this card, but we'll say average of 10 matches per month. Like, it's not a lot of matches. Honestly, it's hard to get everyone on the roster, as many matches as possible. So we're in a good position. But yes, certain athletes have been difficult to this point, and we pretty much say, here's your match. It's a reasonable match, right? We're not trying to throw anyone under the wolves, but this match is even reasonable for you. And if you don't want to take it, we're just going to move on. You have to wait till the next month. I'm sorry. Or the month after that, or whenever it comes up again.
So sounds like a glut of wrestlers at the gates trying to get in. Are you considering changing the blend of matches to have more wrestlers in there, guys that are full-time in? You have some guys that are not accomplished that are in these cards.
I'm probably not allowed to speak on it, or I would want to get permission for it. There's another idea, an additional idea that we have that once we kind of get this first piece established, that will probably allow us to get more people in more matches. I don't know. I won't speak on that, but I'll say yes, we do have plans. We've been talking about it because even beyond your say, and I think, to me, and I've said this for years, but I think this is a way to get more Americans wrestling post-collegially because, if you can get them, a reasonable salary, there's more guys who are going to keep doing it. There's a lot of guys who don't do it just because they don't want to make $0 because that's all they can make, So if we can keep, instead of we'll say in America right now, there's probably, I will say 8 people-ish per weight class who are kind of like training full-time. If we can expand that to 12 to 15 or somewhere in there, it's going to be awesome for American wrestling. And I think there's definitely a way that we can do that. So yes, I think that's in the future. I don't know how soon in the future that's going to be, but yes, that's definitely something we're discussing.
Do you think they're going to stick with the 3-period freestyle?
That was not my idea, and I didn't like it initially, but I do like it. I think it's good. It just kind of breaks up the match a little bit and allows for some crowd interaction and whatnot when you're in the venue. So yeah, I don't know. I think it has been good. It's still a 6-minute match, which I would be very negative if it was not still a 6-minute match, but it is. So, I'm for it.
Dake Cotty, we've wanted to see this one.
I wanted to bring that one up to see what your opinion was.
Well, this morning I was like, man, this is gonna be a tight one. JD Raider to my right thinks Dake next topic.
I'm not worried about it at all.
At all, really? 0?
Look, if this was 2022, I'd be a little worried. And if this was Pete Cotty, I feel like Cotty, he ain't training.
Did you watch his match against Plot? Because I will tell you, this is another one where, at Chicago, they introduced Dake versus Cotty, and then they said, we need to get Cotty going in a warm-up match. And so I'm like, oh my God, what if I don't know what kind of shape he's in. What if he loses his warm-up match and then blows this match? And he was looking kind of slow in the first little bit against Plot. And I'm like, oh my God, Plot's going to go beat him, right? We're going to lose this match. And then he turned it up, and he looked really, really good in the second half of that match.
When he decides to be good, he is good.
Yeah.
I just think Dake's going to shut him down. This won't be a super exciting match. Dake's going to win it 4-1, 4-2, something like that.
What do you think?
Yeah, me? Mm-hmm. I would lean towards Dake as well, but after the Plot match, I'm not as confident. I was really impressed when he wanted to turn it up. His outside step looked really good, and I'm sure Plot's legs are a lot easier to get to than Kyle Dake's. Defensively, he did mess up the one scenario where I want to say he gave Plot either 2 or 4 when he messed up a chest wrap. but then he kind of redeemed himself a little bit later in the match. So I would agree with JD's sentiment that it's going to be kind of a low scoring bout, kind of very tactical. I would say about 60-40 Dake is kind of where I would lean.
What's the weight for this one?
They're at one. Dake is the 190-pound champ. So 190. Wow. So our weight classes are 35, 45, 55, 60. Sorry, 65, 75, 90, 205, and heavyweight. And to this point, kind of like our 190 and our 205, those are probably our premier divisions. We actually on this card also. I mean, this is so much fun, right? We got Zahid versus Nate Jackson. He just lost to Parker, which was right. Listen, I love Parker. I could not have predicted that at all. That was amazing. And then Nate Jackson beat Carter Siraki. That was back in end of October now. But so these guys are facing off. Another really fun match. So our 190 is pretty deep and pretty fun. Yeah, what do you guys think about that match?
Well, I like it. I mean, it'll be a lot of points. I feel like Zahid's gonna lock in and get a tech here after responding from a loss. That would be my expectation for Zahid. But I was gonna say for Dake, I think it's gonna be hard for him to score on Cotty. Like, unless
I agree.
It's a lot of step outs, a lot of like. I have a hard time seeing Dake multiple times getting to legs and finishing on Cotty, and so that sort of slows things down. But another thing that has me back on Dake, you compare Zahid's results against Dake versus Zahid's results against the world. It's like, okay, wow, he was a lot closer than anyone else was at 86 internationally. So that may not be a relevant data point, but it has me on Dake.
Yeah. I would generally agree with that, but I do think I agree with JD. It's going to be very, very close. How about last one I'll ask you about? How pumped are you to see Steve, I didn't leave my effing shoes on the mat, Mako, back?
That clip, right? Like, he didn't retire. And then, 2016, you don't see him. 2020, you don't see him. 24 trials, you don't see him. But this was basically foretold. He didn't leave his effing shoes on the mat, and now he's back.
So awesome. So, you know what? He's someone that's been in the gym every day. And listen, he's probably really motivated to keep training because he can't let his sons kick his ass. That was honestly, that was my goal, which now I think I can still make it my goal. I got to get back to training here. But I said, I want to stay sharp long enough where my son is never going to be able to beat me until he goes to college. That was my goal. So, it's I never let a high school kid beat me to this point. I don't ever want to let a high school kid beat me, whether it was Mitchell or Aiden or whomever. So, listen, Steve, there's no way he wants his son to kick his butt. So he's probably been training pretty hard.
That's good. That's a great motivator. That's what's going to – once Kaleb starts getting close, I'm going to have to lock in. I'm going to get privates with JD.
That's what I'm saying.
Do training camps with Ben.
I know
Miles gets a new client.
Like
the grappling guys were telling us a story about they were trying to set matches up for their Who's Number One event, and I think they had a heavyweight drop out, and they were trying to talk to different gyms, and someone suggested Steve Mako. They're like, dude, this guy kills everybody in the gym. You have to talk to like Gilpin about it.
Really?
But yeah, they're saying like even grappling level, he's like nobody can beat him.
Mako, let's go.
Yeah.
what a legend.
Let's just get all the 2008 Olympians back on.
Well, you saw what
Schwab's in
Daniel
great
said,
shape.
JD?
What?
Did you see what Daniel said?
No,
Yes.
what'd he say?
Yeah, he wants to kick John Jones' butt.
Yeah.
Let's go.
DC.
You think that has a
Fighting good
chance to
wrestling.
happen, Ben?
I mean, I know for a fact that it's being discussed. Whether it's going to happen or not, I'm not certain, but all parties are discussing that possibility, yes.
That would be
100%.
nuclear.
So epic.
How do they not fist fight? They're gonna fight.
One club.
Even
and
better.
it's
I'll
on.
give you a great
in
one.
that.
I texted because, we reach out to people, see one wrestle. So for Arizona, we were looking for some hometown guys. We got Henry Cejudo, Arizona native. I also contacted Justin Gaethje, who's an Arizona native, to wrestle on the card. And I said, hey, Justin, would you ever want to wrestle again? Because he was an All-American in Northern Colorado, real legit wrestler. And he goes, if it's not punching and kicking, I'm not interested anymore. And I said, okay, I'll give you one punch and one kick per match. That's the final offer.
Just a little.
He said no deal.
Ben, people in the chat, they want to know what your role is with RAF. Is it mainly matchmaking or consulting?
Yeah. Okay, honestly, kind of a little bit jack of all trades. This is, I help with like the storylines because, seeing Eric Bischoff, who came from the pro wrestling world, he knows how to create storylines, but he doesn't know this world really well, right? So, talk about what the different storylines are and the history and what it means and stuff like that. Matchmaking for sure, a bunch of that. And then just, I know a lot of people in wrestling. And so if someone needs something, I generally kind of know, and I have an idea of where to find it. So kind of like doing a little bit of everything. And then, obviously they were great to me when I was sick because they knew I wasn't all that capable of working a lot. And now the more capable I get, the more they're asking of me, which is totally fine because I don't like being lazy. I like doing things.
What is your day-to-day these days?
It's getting a lot better. I'm not, I would say like I'm probably at, I don't know, say 75% capability of what I was prior. And it's weird. It's like, obviously the physical nature of, physically I'm probably, let's say 50% or so, something like that, but it was really weird. Like, if I think back, even just like thinking or talking a lot would get me exhausted. There's something where the brain isn't at full power. Like if I rest a lot, then I would be capable of operating on the right level mentally. But if I had to think about like a lot of things, I would get really tired really fast. And it would, like I just wasn't able to handle, before I was able to handle 6 hours a day of hard mental labor, if you want to call it that, or whatever you want to call it. Then it would have been 1, then it would have been 2. And now I feel like I'm up to like, I can stay pretty busy most of the day and not get worn out. My Mondays are pretty busy, and Monday night I came home and I'm like, Amy, I'm just gonna go to bed because I'm toast. So
Got it.
That was unexpected. That's kind of a little bit weird, but yeah, it's good.
Are you able to be back in a wrestling room yet?
So I still just do the private lessons. I do it at AWA because we don't do high school practices during the high school season. So Mondays and Wednesdays are, there's not really anyone in there, or maybe a couple other people, but it's not packed. There's not a lot of people in there. I still can't go back to practices. My goal is when our high school kids come back. So I think we're 2-ish months away from that. Obviously, I got to run that by my doctors and make sure they're okay with it. So yeah, that's kind of like my goal is. The hardest part about my, now you guys are hearing all my complaints. Hardest part for now, and I don't know if I'll ever be able to do this, but I'm not supposed to be in big crowded areas with lots of people because that just increases the chance I get sick. And if I get sick, decent chance of going to the hospital, which sucks. But like coaching my kids, so my Ozzy and Alex are going to start wrestling in, youth tournaments coming up here, and I don't know, like I think next weekend, not this weekend, but the weekend after. It's like I can't go. Right, that sucks. Like I want to be with my kids and coach them, and I definitely can't do that. So something like Fargo this year, it's still like, dude, that's like 7,000 people in a relatively small area. Like, I'm guessing that's probably out. Maybe like a junior duels or cadet duels where it's not nearly as crowded and you're isolated in the corner. I could probably do something like that. So that's something I gotta walk down that path, and I gotta figure it out, and I gotta figure out how I'm going to handle it. And, it's honestly going to be trial and error. If I do something and I get sick a bunch, I end up in the hospital, I'll probably say, oh, damn, can't really do that anymore, unfortunately.
Yeah, you're also beloved and famous, and everyone wants to talk to you. So you're going to go somewhere, and everyone's going to be like,
honestly, Christian,
that's a fact.
Right now, that's kind of the hardest part for me because I am starting to feel better, and I'm out more, or I'm doing things more. And honestly, especially at AWA, but even other places, AWA, go there, and there's I have my private lesson group, but then once in a while there's some other kids doing a private lesson or whatever. And as a kid, I haven't seen him. Right, it's been like 8 months now, or 7 months, whatever it's been since before I got sick, and they want to come give me a hug. And the first thing I gotta do is, hey, are you sick? Like I gotta keep that distance, Or if someone rando comes up to me on the street, I gotta kind of like say, hey, are you sick? Right, I can't let them like come up right next to me, and it feels so weird. It's so strange to have to do that, and it feels like I'm being a total asshole if I want to be honest about it. But it's like I have to do that because if I just let anyone come up to me and they're, they don't know. Like I wouldn't have known before this that, people who have transplants have immunosuppressant medicine and they can't get sick or they're in big trouble. Like I would have no idea. So that's kind of like I don't say the worst part, the most annoying part, but that makes things kind of tricky.
Yeah, it's the biggest departure from who you are as a person in reality.
Yeah.
Like that's just not who you are.
Yeah, the ability just to have someone come up and say, want to give me a hug or want to give me a high five or shake my hand and, like I can't do that. Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah. Okay. Where else do we want to go? What else are you thinking about in the wrestling world? Talk about Aiden Sinclair.
Oh, Big Ten schedule starting. That's so much fun. One of the things that's well, first of all, I became a Brewers fan because I had to sit on the couch all fall, and Ozzy loved the Brewers. But now it's wrestling season. Mm-hmm. Christian, you love things Ozzy says. He is so wild. You know what he said to me the other day in bed? He's like, you shouldn't have told me I have a wrestling tournament because now I'm so excited. I just can't wait for it. I said, okay, well, that's awesome. And he said, I'm gonna try to pin all my opponents. I said, okay, good. That's what you're supposed to do. And I said, well, what are you gonna do? A half Nelson? He goes, no. My first guy, I'm going to do a RAF 04 Yoel Romero body slam. I'm like, I don't even know what that means. I don't know. He did a knee pick, and I think he did a wizard kick, but I don't know what a RAF 04 Yoel Romero body slam is.
Well, we're going to need that video. I believe he's going to do it. Is that this weekend?
Yeah, I'll be getting the no, next weekend. I'll be getting the video because I can't go, unfortunately, obviously. But yeah, no, so I've been watching a ton of wrestling, which is, thankful for you guys for having so much of it on. And now I have the app on my TV, and I actually know how to use it. So I just flip the app on my TV and watch, watch Mizzou versus Nebraska. Who'd you guys have last week in Nebraska versus?
You and
someone, I think. I don't know.
Or no.
Anyway, so yeah, I've been watching a ton of wrestling. What's up?
I forget who it was.
What was was it? No, Sun and Scuffle was last weekend, right? That was
yeah.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. So I've been watching a ton of wrestling. Excited for the Big Ten season to start. A bunch of good matches there. Yeah, Aiden's been doing great. Been so much fun following him. He's turning into a monster. He just wants to go wrestle and attack people. And I watched that Bader interview. He's a piece of work, of course, as always. So funny.
Well, apple and tree when it comes to his mentor for sure.
We allow people to be themselves here, Christian. We don't judge them or tell them what they got to be, and so Aiden Sinclair is just going to be a little wild.
You told him he had to get a haircut after Cadet Worlds
because it was. Listen. Here's the deal. I told him. I tell all these guys, I don't care what your hair looks like, but if it's a deterrent to you competing well, then I do care. What I used to do for myself, my hair was really long. I would literally just pull this down and cut the front so it couldn't get in my eyes, So I tell them they could do that, but they don't want to look like dummies. So, they decide to get a regular haircut.
Do you still have that one wild tuft that was in the front? I know that was giving you problems.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not there. Usually it is there. Well, it's kind of there a little bit today. So
yeah, you got a little bit.
Yeah.
Natalie yesterday.
What else should I watch this weekend? I'll be home.
Oh, you should watch
Lehigh Cornell.
Lehigh Cornell. That's the best duel I would say this weekend.
Saturday.
Why haven't they had Stanich and Crookham? I don't see. This makes me sad from being on the show. I don't want to bug you via text all the time, Christian, but for some of these tough questions, it's nice to be able to ask someone, why aren't they wrestling? I don't know. Not sure. What's the answer?
Ben, I'm devastated you would say that. There's nothing that gets me happier than I get a text from you, especially now. So from my heart, please, any question, spam me. I'm happy to be the Google for you. Stanish got hurt at Junior Worlds. In that match against Top Rack. The guy.
Okay.
I don't know if you were watching at this point.
I was watching that. Remember when he gassed that guy out and the guy gave up?
Yes.
And they made rules about it now. Finally, UWW, holy crap, get your shit together. We've had so many fake injuries for so many years, and we finally made a rule about it. Good God.
Yeah, that did take a little longer than we thought. And then Crookham, he's just, I don't know if it's the same injury as last year. Kozak may know. I think it's something different. But yeah,
I don't talk about Crookham publicly after last year. I keep everything to myself.
What happened?
But they're back Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Last year, Kozak tweeted or was told by the coaches that he was 100% going to be back, and then there was conflicting reports, and then he didn't come back.
Tried to come back.
And so Kozak's, he got burned by that
gunshot.
one.
Got burned. Jeez Louise.
So yeah, that's probably the
yeah,
best
so-
duel on paper.
Okay, and then RAFO 4 or RAFO 5 Saturday night. I know we have some good the Cheesehead, which is the toughest in-season Wisconsin tournament, is this weekend also, so I'll be watching a whole bunch of my guys at that one. So it's so much wrestling to watch.
Southeast Polk still go to that?
Man, I would have to look, but yeah, I mean, this is the one in Wisconsin, because Wisconsin teams, you guys always screw us Wisconsin people, because Wisconsin people can't travel. So we can't really compete against anyone in season. So our guys always slide down the rankings because they don't actually get to wrestle anyone else good. But this is the one where we have a bunch of out-of-state teams come in that are generally pretty good. So yeah, I know Southeast Polk's been there a lot in the past. I know a bunch of Minnesota teams, a few really good Illinois teams, and then kind of other ones sprinkled throughout the country. So it's our best tournament.
It's
Iowa
weird that
can only go to a border state to compete in season.
Iowa can?
Just border states, though, not any state.
So I want to say ours is a 250-mile radius from wherever your high school is, right? So if you're down south on the border, like we have teams go to some Illinois tournaments, we have teams go to some Minnesota tournaments, but I know Arrowhead goes to Indiana for the Crown Point, but obviously that's not all that far away distance-wise. But like we don't really have. I don't think anyone go anywhere else, to my knowledge.
I love the idea that you can just pick a number like 250 miles, and somehow it just is decided like, okay, that's the safe distance. If you go any further, if you go 300 miles away, now you have a problem. But if you go 248 miles away, no problem. And they've all backed that up, I'm sure, with testing.
So preposterous, right?
Very arbitrary.
Ben, I got a question for you. Vega, this year, do you think he is really like that dude, or does he just have Brock Hardy figured out?
I would say part of both of those. Brock Hardy should have learned Brock Hardy's a smart guy, and he's older, so he should have had some wisdom and figured a little bit more out after that first matchup with Sergio Vega. Sergio Vega is very tricky. I think he's really, really, really good, but he's also tricky. And so certain people with wrestling matchups, right, certain people kind of fall into traps more often because, for example, a cradle. Brock Hardy, you remember the one situation where he wrestled Bo Bartlett and he was like on his butt and he like popped out of there? Like, that's just what he does. He pops out of most cradles, right? But then you put yourself in a cradle against the wrong person and all of a sudden it's lights out, it's over. And so I think it's kind of one of those scenarios where he is really, really that good, and his style just matches up really well with Brock Hardy. So I think it's both of those things at the same time.
Like I'm thinking about a matchup with Etchmandia, and that's just such a different stylistic matchup versus Brock Hardy. And I'm trying to think of like who is number 2 at 141, and I'm kind of leaning Etchmandia, but I don't know.
Yeah. Well, and matchups matter, and those guys will wrestle probably in the dual and at conference prior to nationals. But that's one where, like, I would have for sure struggled with someone, and I did, like, my junior year, that son of a bitch, Wes Roberts. I only had 4 decisions, 4 non-bonus. I could not. He just had really good position, and he didn't do much at all, and I couldn't kill him, right? But it was like there were many people who were much better than him that I just pinned right away. Because they would engage in the wrestle in the positions I wanted to. It was one of those things where you're right, Etchmandia is very positionally solid, very explosive, very athletic. And so I think, someone like him, I would venture to guess he could pose more problems to Sergio Vega. And listen, if he can't pose more problems to Sergio Vega, then I don't know who's going to, because, I guess Mendez would be the last stand there. But if he can beat guys who are very tricky and scrambly, which Brock Hardy is, and he can beat the guys who are basic and simple and explosive and powerful, then you can kind of almost beat anybody.
Well, it's just crazy thinking about NCAAs. Brock Hardy would rather be on the same side as Mendez rather than Vega.
Yeah. Or maybe he's going to learn his lesson. Maybe it's the third time's the charm. Maybe he learned his lesson. I don't know if he did or not.
Maybe.
We'll see.
They've been 2 spankings.
wonder if he needs to get to the legs more. I mean, it all started off Vega just kind of gets in on this high crotch, and he's just so good from that crackdown finish.
Yeah, I mean and so against most people, Brock Hardy would excel in that one position, right? So he's pretty comfortable there. So that's where I always tell my wrestlers, and obviously I don't tell them this till they're really, really good, because you got to be really, really good to be able to do this. But I remember with Keegan going to, especially in 2021 or 2, whichever year he went to Worlds for the juniors for the first time, because I know the one year he made the team, but they didn't go, and then the next year he went and he won. It's essentially like, well, we have no film on any of these people. We don't know what they do. You got 6 minutes to figure out the puzzle. And the faster you can figure out the puzzle, if you can figure it out in a minute and a half, then you got 4.5 minutes to go to work on, hey, what areas should I avoid? What are the best areas to attack? What are his weaknesses? All these things, right? If it takes you 5 minutes and you figure it out for 5 minutes, you only got a minute to go to work. So like I think of wrestling a lot like a puzzle. Is like, okay, what areas am I stronger in? What areas am I weaker in? And that's not only me, but it's as in comparison to my opponent. So for Brock Hardy, for example, man, Brock Hardy sits in the corner of most people. Great, it's great for him, right? But on Sergio Vega, it's not working out. So it's like, and the puzzle is not only what can I do, but what can I do in comparison to who I'm wrestling, and how do I figure out that puzzle as fast as possible?
One last question from me.
Yeah.
You're a guy that's kind of like, all right, aware of the trends and how things are shifting in wrestling. Are you seeing anything new, different, that maybe we weren't seeing a couple years ago? Maybe not new, but it's becoming more prevalent.
No, there's for sure new things coming up. Yeah, Penn State's doing this new single leg finish. I picked up on. Kale ain't telling no one though. Don't worry. I won't tell them. I figured it out. I watched you guys, and I said, "Oh, that's really smart and tricky. I really like that a lot." So we stole that one, for example.
But you won't tell us.
Can't
just all right. I want to roll the tape for all the times you used to shame Kale for. Just tell us your secrets. Blah blah blah. He's like, "There's no reason not to tell him." And now you get secret number one, and you're like, tight-lipped.
I can't tell it on the podcast. We'll see. But yeah, there was one thing that Ladarian Lockett did that I was like, oh my God, that's a winner right there. So I've been having some of my guys drill that. I don't know if anyone else is doing it yet. I can't tell you. You
can't tell me what Ladarian Lockett did.
You guys posted it on. So scroll back through your Instagram. You posted it on the Instagram. Scroll back, scroll. You'll find it somewhere on there. I'm
calling it.
Yeah, and then I would just say, in general, my general analysis is, everyone has gotten, and not everyone, but enough people have gotten so good at scrambling, and I want to say, I don't want to brag here, but I called this a bunch of years back. This happened. A lot of it is about the avoidance of the scramble, right? Is about how do I finish cleanly. So like what I would call an ankle snag, where we drag and we actually grab the ankle with our hands. That's becoming way, way, way more prevalent because you kind of get yourself outside of whatever the scramble is. It's hard for the guy to recover and get back into you and drape or anything like that. Arm drags are becoming more prevalent, I believe. There's a bunch of good reshots happening where they're not giving up, where they're attacking off someone else's attack and they're not giving up any type of scramble. So I really think that's kind of where it's at right now is it went to scrambling for a while because there were so many people who had an advantage over other people who didn't have that game figured out. And now so many people have that game figured out. And I tell Max this, and I think he gets frustrated when I say this, but it's like in the answer position, which is a position that we kind of like pioneered 20 years ago now. Even if you're really, really good there and the other guy's like medium good, it's still hard. It's still so hard. It's going to take so much time and you might get stalemated. It's just a pain in the butt. So it's like, if we can just avoid that position altogether by having cleaner attacks, then it's better.
Answer being like backdoor position, right?
Answer is anything in which I am. Let's see. I attack a singular leg, and I could be like this grip over under, or I could be double on the inside, baseball bat on the leg. Then my head is in the middle. They're draping the other leg over the top, right? Then generally they're either crotch locking or grabbing my ankles of some sort. Right? So there's a whole bunch of possibilities that are all encompassed within that one position. But just like I said there, I gave you like 6 possibilities. So it's like it's a hornet's nest. You get in there and it's a battle because 10 years ago there weren't that many people who were very, very versed in it. So you get in there and they don't know what they're doing, and as long as you know what you're doing, it's kind of easy to win. But now everyone knows what they're doing. So even if you do know what you're doing, it's kind of hard to win. And so it's like a bunch of the drills I'm doing with my athletes in the private lessons, like, how do we clear our ankles quickly, or how do we even not let them get our ankles as we're finishing these leg attacks, so we're finishing cleanly? Because once they get someone, especially in Wisconsin, because a lot of people have been coached by Max or I or a system, right? So now most people in Wisconsin, they know what to do if someone's grabbing ankles, right? Mm-hmm. And so it's like, how do I finish without giving up my ankles at all? How do I not even let them touch them, so that way I can just get this quick takedown, score fast, and move on, essentially.
So you're saying you're making backdoor finishes. That's where you're making major adjustments to either avoid the position or to prevent them.
Honestly, I'm trying to get in backdoor position less. Now I know that's not fully possible, right? I know I'll be forced there sometimes, but I'm trying to get in that position. I'll give you another example of an attack that's kind of very, at this point at least, scramble proof. Although I got a few ideas because Mitchell used to shoot on me a lot, was like a low double. A low double, for example, that is becoming much more prevalent. It is very, very hard to scramble against, right? So that would be like another really good example of a move where, it's, I don't want to say it's scramble proof, but it is much more difficult to scramble against. And so the easiest thing to scramble against, there's 2 things. Number one, a low single, which may look like a low double, but it's not the same thing. It's different. And then, single leg, lift the middle, backdoor position. I mean, Christian, how many times have you seen single leg with the middle finished super cleanly this year in college wrestling? Like, it's almost zero.
Yeah, Penn State, I was going to say they do it kind of frequently.
Well, Mitchell's got the one thing where he goes back over his feet, which is really, really tricky. And he's also, the other thing he's really good at, which would speak to what I said, he's really, really good at pulling his ankles out of there either. And you know who else is? That son of a gun, David Carr. Another one, Parker Keckeisen is another one. So they're really good at clearing their ankles, like really, really quickly and powerfully. And if you don't have that skill set, then it's very challenging.
Yeah, but it's definitely a very stalemateable position.
Yes.
Ben, what else you got for us?
I've been talking way too long. I thought we only went till 9:30, and I actually have to be somewhere at 10.
I'm sorry.
I have to leave. Hey,
we love you and appreciate you.
Look at those.
Beat it. Though. Get out of here.
I'm too.
All right, bye, guys.
See you, buddy.
We remember who's number 1.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, he is number 1. I'm willing to concede that. And nothing else.
I really appreciated the way Ben started. He didn't give away any secrets. He was being a little coy about that, but it was, okay, what are we working on? Well, these far ankle scrambles, these backdoor finishes, that used to be this big advantage for us where we would get in those and all of our guys would be drilling that. But now everybody has gotten so proficient in that we need to look for new ways to gain an advantage over our opponent in situations like that. And the first thing we're going to have to start doing now is just not get in those positions, is just figure out a way to avoid these extended scrambles and hide our ankles and finish cleaner.
Drives me crazy. He went all CIA on us and went to tell us.
We opened him up a little. He started talking
a little bit. Yeah,
you could tell.
It's like, we need to learn advanced interrogation tactics.
We got to start waterboarding him more.
Yeah, we got to start waterboarding Ben.
Do we have any questions, Kozak?
I like none of them. So
okay, it's 9:49.
Yeah, we started 12 minutes late, so it feels like we did the show.
Get a couple in, and then
we'll get a couple in. I don't know if we got any good ones here.
All right. Let's speed run it.
I didn't even look.
I got it right here.
I'm sorry, guys. When is Ono wrestling? He's going to do some opens.
We just have to pay his entry fee.
Yeah, we are going to pay his entry fee. That's fine.
Not Kozak.
With Larkin 57, do you think this weight class is deeper than 149 2008? That's where the real ones are thinking. Like, this is an all-time weight. I'm not ready to go 2008 149 yet, Antonio Doldo, but you're on the right track. That's his name.
Antonio who?
Doldo.
All right, Malcolm.
Okay.
I like this question.
Is he a hobbit?
Malcolm says, looking ahead, Lucas Bird doesn't wrestle Penn State, OSU, I'm guessing Ohio State, or Iowa. he'll likely go undefeated. To help him or hurt him not getting hands on the freshman at 133?
I think it's fine. I think the advantage is for the freshman to wrestle him, in my opinion. I think this is one where Lucas gets the first crack on a lot of these guys. He's just so – you don't know how strong and tough that guy is to open up probably until you've experienced it. Not saying that, not putting him on an unbeatable pedestal, but he's extremely, extremely good. He's so seasoned. It's not like, I need to get a feel for Ben DeVino or Marcus Blaze. And I'm not saying he's guaranteed locked beating those guys first time, but I think it's to their advantage, the young up-and-comers, to get a feel.
I agree. If I have to pick right now, he still might be my pick to win.
It's tough.
33.
It's easy to say Marcus Blaze, and then you're like, Bird, though. DeVino. It's
especially when you think about Drake beats Bird. Then Bird beats Drake close. This year, he beat Drake by, 6 points, something like that? 4 points, 2 takedowns, opened it up. I don't know.
All right, I like this question. Virginia's for FRL. What's the best possible NCAA Finals match this year? What's the one match you want to see?
Jax Blaze.
Okay.
It's pretty good.
That was just off the rip. Let me
80
see if I can beat it.
84's got some good ones. Angelo versus
Jax Blaze just for
Aiden.
the lore.
Ferrari Bastida.
Ferrari Bastida.
Because AJ just.
Well, they have a
What are we gonna
history.
get with AJ? They do.
Where
Duke Robidou.
Anything could happen.
Even though we've seen it in freestyle, I still am just I think that's a savage match.
Jesse Vega, maybe. That's not
Dude,
quite up there for me, but
I'll say this. If they both keep doing what they're doing there, the top 2 seeds, they're both undefeated going in that match, we're going to be like...
yeah, if Vegas smashes Etchmandia,
we're going to be like, oh my gosh, he could do it,
Yeah.
right?
Well, they'll be like, that's the winner is Hodge finalist if they're undefeated going into the finals.
That's a fact for sure. I think that's probably where I'm at. That's a really good question, though.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to think of what's the... You get to see one match at 184, because they're all kind of the same.
Yeah.
I feel like is it Angelo Rocco, even though that's probably kind of the most boring match.
Ooh. Man.
That's why I'm throwing Aiden in there because he's going to make it the most interesting to watch.
Aiden.
That also just
Aiden-
has the factor of Iowa versus Penn State.
I want to see Aiden Angelo again.
I kind of do too.
That's kind of like my match. I mean...
We're all just writing McAnally off, but it's
I'm not writing him off. I'm just
I'm writing him in, but also there's other matchups.
it's a writing candidate.
he was my preseason pick. I just can't unsee him getting completely written out by Sinclair out of my head.
Thank you from Wayne Clark. He said, no questions, just a thank you to the greatest show on earth, a wrestling addict stream.
I want to shake Wayne's hand.
I want to shake your hand, Wayne.
Greatest. Number one.
Okay, let me see. Any others?
Jake, first-time asker.
Okay,
Long time, first
Dedicated
time?
listener. Does the Flow crew ever strap up the shoes and join a practice? And if so, how often? JD, do you ever put it on high school kids?
Yeah, I still go
regularly.
help out with Outlaws every now and then when I have the time to get up there and help out.
Same here. I still, when we go to Outlaw.
Bader's trying to get me to wrestle veterans.
Oh, they were going through weight classes. Tyler, too, because apparently USA veterans or masters, whatever it is 25 and up, which is not very veteran in my opinion.
Wow.
That's still very
Tyler
childlike.
is Unk status now.
Tyler
You
the
wrestle
Unk.
veterans, you have to be Unk at that
Let's see how chopped he is. I'm too chopped to put shoes back on and go on.
Yeah,
a mat.
yeah. No, we still do.
Kozak, you shouldn't have put that out there. Now
Are you
people
gonna do it?
Going to be pestering you.
I'm thinking about it.
Okay.
I like
Your
wrestling.
dad's gonna
What about
do
your
it.
dad?
My dad wants to do it so bad.
We're not allowing that, correct?
So, what's that?
We're not allowing that.
I want it. Don't you want
He'd
it?
be fine. He was just telling me he was wrestling with the local 150-pounder.
Yeah, are
I'm
you
teaming
okay
up
with that?
No,
Yeah.
I'm teaming up with Mrs. Kozak. We're gonna put an end to this immediately.
So he is just entering the oldest age group. He was born in 57.
This is perfect.
So
So
yeah,
when you're
he's
the first year, that means you're the
well.
youngest.
I think he's like the second year. So I think he would do pretty well.
He's S tier fitness level for
Yeah.
the.
still not allowed.
I've been watching Masters since I got this job, and I'm putting Kozak's dad up there.
This
you
is
know.
just gonna. He's listening right now, and he's just
Jerry.
He's gonna start doing push-ups.
I'm not letting it happen.
He's his own man.
Mm-hmm.
There's no laws against this.
We'll see my ways.
You would love it
What?
if he wrestled.
I would love it.
Yeah.
I don't want it to happen. We got to protect our valuable resources.
That's true. We love
veterans?
Jerry.
Of our veterans.
I want the purest
I
form of
respect
Jerry
that.
Kozak, and that's him on the mat. Wrestling other guys. Dude, do you know how many best friends Jerry Kozak would make
What if
wrestling
he
at
just starts
veterans?
talking to his opponents and he doesn't
That's
even
what's
wrestle
gonna
him. He just starts
happen.
chatting about wrestling.
He will leave with one extra best friend. Is that true, Kozak?
100%. Yeah. We would play this game when I was in like middle school, going to wrestling tournaments with one of my high school coaches. We're like, all right, how long is it going to take for someone to come up to your dad and give him a hug or like just say hi? And be like, oh, I know him from whatever, just because of the way he makes friends.
Yeah. I actually just am jealous of the social ability he has. Like he's just.
Well, and then he'll come up and talk to you and tell you all about the intel that he got by talking to different people. And I forget what event it was, and he was just like, I didn't get any good. I was looking for certain dads.
Oh yeah, we sent him on an assignment one time. I was like, all right, Jerry, you got to find out. I forget what that even was.
I think it was right in the beginning of David Taylor getting hired at Oklahoma State, and we're trying to figure out what guys he would bring in or something. Like,
Oh, I don't remember that.
it was something where it was like, all I got is this guy's dead.
Yeah, I think that was maybe World Team Trials. I think World Team Trials are going to be back in Louisville again.
Louisville?
That was fun. I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, they're attaching it to the regional, which I thought was sweet.
Hey, we did get a question. This was a while ago, but it was sent to the email about a guy asking for Mount Rushmore of college wrestling teams all time. So he said Penn State, Iowa, Oklahoma State are
Who's
three.
the fourth?
Who's the fourth on the Mount Rushmore of Division I college wrestling teams?
Man, that's tough. Candidates: Iowa State, Ohio State. Might have to say Oklahoma.
When you're thinking history.
Mount
We're
Rushmore.
going back to like 1920s.
I'm going Iowa State. To me, I think they are. One, they had Cale Sanderson. They had the greatest of all time. They're a team, one of the few teams that have won team national titles. They've experienced high levels of relevance through various generations, right? And they're still good to this day. So I would say Iowa State, although the run Ohio State has had, they've been clearly better the last 20 years. So it's like at some point, that's not like just recent history. That's like, so I don't know. It may be Ohio State. I could be
When you think Mount Rushmore, though, you have to include
feels
old time history.
Yeah, that old time.
Which-
yeah, Dan Gable went there.
Yeah.
All right.
You got Gable, you got Cale.
I'm sorry.
They have more Olympic gold medals.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'm sorry. Sorry to Columbus.
Well, if it wasn't
Ohio
for
State.
Cale going to Penn State, then the East would be completely shut out because, traditionally it was Iowa State, Oklahoma State. Like
The Plains, baby.
back.
Yeah. It's just another thing for Jay Jaggers to yell at me about. So just add it to the list, Jay. That was a good question. I thought about that a lot. What's going on in the chat? Are they adjusting to this? Early? Are they grumpier because it's early?
No, positive vibes. A lot of positive vibes.
Like that.
Oh, my dad just texted. But no, he said Minnesota was a one for the Mount Rushmore. Oklahoma also.
Yeah.
I mean,
history,
you can't put them on there because
UNI.
they never won a team title, but Lehigh's got a lot of history.
Yeah. My dad reminded what we were trying to get him to find out about was if Caliendo was going down to 157.
Oh, that's
and that
right.
was at World Team Trials.
That was World Team Trials. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, that was his mission. Like, is he going down? We found out, guys. It took a little bit, but he's not going down. Michael Caliendo's going to go 65 this year. So
Lock that in.
Lock it in.
Certified.
All right. Anything else before we go? This was a ride. Of all the shows we've done, this was definitely one of them. Anything else? All right.
Deny.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. 1,193 strong. Big thanks to Anthony Knox and Ben Askren for hopping on the show. Always appreciate having guests. We're going to be back Monday, normal time, the new normal time, 8 Central, 9 Eastern.
It's going to be a freaky show.
Thank you to our friends. That's right, little tease. Our friends at Nike Wrestling, AthletePS.com. And yeah, thanks so much. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.